start with the hoop. Hannah probably knows all this stuff, but I'll explain it to Caleb and Bradley. This orange thing right here is the rim. So this is the net, right here, basketball net. This is the backboard. Backboard is a big square piece of glass right there. Okay, let's work on shooting. Typically, you want your feet about shoulder width apart. You're gonna bend your knees. You're gonna shoot through your body. So you're gonna have shoot with your arms, your body, your legs, and everything. So when you're shooting, you're gonna go all the way through, bend your knees, and you're gonna do a little jump. So it's a jump all the way through your body. So let's go over the specifics. Something I learned when I was a kid was what we call beef. B-E-E-F. B is for balance. You want good balance and strengthen your legs. You want good, so that way you can either go left or right, good balance. You want your legs pretty similar, facing towards the hoop. So let's say I shoot over here. I'm gonna have my toes facing towards the hoop. Shoot over here. I want to put my toes facing towards the hoop. Another thing we call is squaring, being square with the hoop. So I got my feet pointed, I got my shoulders flat, pointed this way. I might have a slight variation where I'm a little bit, because I'm a righty, so I'm going to bend my body a little bit left, out of a natural position. If you're a lefty, you're going to probably bend your body a tiny bit to the right, just a natural thing. But in general, you want your shoulders square to the hoop, your feet square to the hoop. If you're over here, feet square or straight to the hoop, shoulders straight to the hoop. Now, when you're shooting, you put your hand in a pretty close position to the center of the ball. If I'm a righty, I'm going to put it either close center, maybe a tiny bit to the right. If I'm a lefty, I'll put it close center, maybe a tiny bit to the left. This is your shooting hand. If you're a righty, your right hand. If you're a lefty, your left hand. Put it in there. You can actually test it by putting putting your hand like this, putting the ball on top, and balancing. So you want to balance your body like this. Get your legs a little bit about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. You're going to bend, come through your body, and now you're going to put the ball right here. This hand is used as a guiding hand. So I put it on the side of the ball so that when I bring the ball up to shoot, it holds it together. Because if I brought it up like this, it wouldn't be able to hold it. So this is my holding or guiding hand. And now when I shoot, my arm is going to act as a spring. It's going to bend down and go up. Act as like I'm bringing a spring down, going up. Bringing a spring down, going up. So I square up, balance, B. Now, second is E in beef, B-E-E-F. E is eye on target. I'm looking at the hoop. I got my balance, I'm looking at the hoop. I'm looking at my target. The second E is elbow. I'm basically going to point my elbow towards the hoop. This is my shooting hand, so if I have my elbow pointed towards the hoop, I'm going to shoot towards the hoop. So you want your elbow right here, pointed at the hoop. When you shoot, you have it right here. I'm going to go to shoot, I'm pointing my elbow at the hoop. And I'm going to use my arm as a spring and shoot up. Now, so I got my B for balance, nice balance with my body. Got my eye on target. I got my elbow in, pointed at the hoop. Elbow in, not out here. You don't want to shoot like this. You're going to shoot with your elbow in with your body. So you're going to come up, you can almost just hold it with one arm and shoot it up like that. So a lot of people will shoot with their elbows out with two hands. You want to practice shooting with one hand. And we'll get into that in a second. And the last thing is the F, follow through. So we have balance, eye on target, elbow in, follow through. And a follow through is when I go up, I put my hand all the way through so I'm shooting the basketball. What that does is it aims the ball, and it also gives that spin on the ball. So you shoot and you're flicking it with your wrist. Now remember, shooting is through your whole body. So you want to practice shooting through your whole body. Balance, you have your legs bent, you have your eye on the target, elbow in, follow through. So I'm coming up here, follow through. Take the ball and follow through with my hand, follow through. Those are some of the basic principles of how you line up to shoot. Square to the hoop, balance, eye on target, elbow in, not out here. You want your elbow in, balance it, follow through. Just like that. Okay, one of the most talked about, or I guess one of the shots you'll probably do the most, is called a layup. A layup is typically where you throw the ball, it hits the backboard, and goes into the hoop. If you're on the right side, you should first learn how to shoot a layup with your right hand. That's a layup. Hits the backboard and goes in the hoop. Or if you're a lefty, you can do it on the left side. Hit it off the backboard. Now let me show you how to do a layup in full speed. Okay, so dribble up. And if you're shooting it on the right side, you're going to act like you have a string tied to your right leg. So when your right arm goes up, your right leg goes up. Like this, and this is how you shoot a layup. So you dribble up, lift up your right leg, shoot with your right arm, you can hold with two hands, and then shoot it with your right hand. Push it up and shoot it. If you're doing it on the left side, it's the exact same thing. To practice, you dribble up, act like there's a rope tied from your elbow to your knee, so when you're going up, you go up with your left and left. You go up, bring up your left and left. Just like that, that's a layup. So on a layup, your footwork works like this. Usually if you're dribbling on the left side, you want to dribble the ball on your left hand because the defender will be on the right side. So you don't want to dribble the ball out by the defender because then he can take it. So if you're coming in on the left side, dribble with your left hand. And you're going to pick it up, usually with your left foot in front. Come up, you can take one step after you pick up the ball. Jump off your right foot, left, up, just like that. Same, and then if you switch it, you go on the right. Dribble on the right side because the defender is going to be here trying to keep you from the hoop. So if you're cutting like this, you're going to pick up. You can take that one step with your left foot and then bring your right one up. And one of the tricks is throwing your knee up high for when you do layups because your knee will give you a lot of jump and lift. So it's like a puppet up like this, and throw that knee up high because that's going to give you your strength to go up. So pick it up, take that one step, jump up, like that. So practice a layup by going back, dribbling up, going up one, same knee, same elbow, like this on the left side. On the right side, same knee, same elbow. And this is how it looks in fast motion.
Here you go. Awesome. You're on.
Okay, so now that you have your form in, you have your balance, your eye on the target, your elbow in, pointing at the hoop, and your follow through. Now, when you're in here, you can do it like that, where you practice just coming in and you shoot it up like that. But when you're out here, you have to use your legs a little bit more because you're farther away from the hoop. And this is called the jump shot. So you catch it. Some people do it different. Some people jump really high. Some people jump a little bit. And the truth is, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever you feel most comfortable with and what works. So, you got your balance. I'm square to the hoop. Got my elbow in, my eye on the target. And then you're just going to jump when you shoot it. because a lot of your power is going to come from your legs when you're shooting farther out, especially three-pointers. So, I got it, I jump up, shoot it. Same thing. And when you're shooting out here, you practice these. You get the ball, jump shot. Just like that. Catch it, jump shot. You're going to go from your legs all the way up. Your whole body's going to shoot. Jump shot. Just like that. So, you got it? Let's say you're dribbling, square up to the hoop, jump shot. Just like that. Jump shot. Just like that. Jump shot. So, those are jump shots. Come out a little bit farther, you have to use a little bit more of your legs and your arms because you're going to shoot a lot farther. So, you go farther, jump shot. Just like that. Get it, zoom it out. Catch it, jump shot. Just like that. So the farther out you go, the more you have to train yourself based on distances, is how much you need your legs and your arms. So you're going to shoot a little bit right here, and then you'll back up. You'll probably need to shoot a little bit farther right here, and then a little bit farther back there, using your legs. Your legs is what gives you the power. But really it's all together because you're using your legs, using your arms, and your body. So you're using your whole thing to go up and shoot. So remember, always shoot through your body. Through your body. Just like that. Because you want to dribble with your fingertips. You don't dribble with your palm. You dribble with your palm and you don't have very much control. Dribble with your fingertips. You want to keep your fingertips loose but strong. So you're dribbling right with your fingertips. Switch it over, you're dribbling with your fingertips. Fingertips. If I dribble with my palm, I don't have very much control of the ball. Fingertips. Press it down, bounce up and down. Now one thing. Let's start here. First thing is called a pivot foot. I get the ball. Now I can choose which leg I want to be my pivot foot. Since I'm a righty, I usually use my left leg. And that's the foot I can't move off the floor. I can move this one, but I can't move this one. I can't drag it. I can't move it over. I can't move it again. So once I catch the ball, I can't move this foot off the ground. It has to stay right here. This one can move around. And since I'm a righty, I usually use this one off so I can make a move or something. If you're a lefty, typically, since you're a lefty, you have the ball in your left hand, so you catch it and you want to have this foot going. So this is your pivot foot. A pivot foot is a foot that can't move, but you can pivot on it. So as long as I don't move, I can go like this, back and forth. I can make some moves here. Since if you're a lefty, you move this leg. Typically that would be a good thing to start. You don't have to always do that. And you can do what's most comfortable for you. But you get the pass and one of your legs has to stay on the ground before you start dribbling. Then when you start dribbling, you can move. Now dribble with your fingertips. Don't touch the ball with two hands. You get one session of dribbling every time I start dribbling, and as soon as I pick the ball back up, I can't dribble again until I pass it or shoot it or get the ball back. So let's say I got a pass. Now I can dribble. Dribble, and then once I pick it up again, I have to either pass it or shoot it. So I can dribble to the hoop, I can dribble away from the hoop. I can dribble as long as I want, but I can't pick it up again because once I pick it up again, then I have to pass it. So dribbling, you can only dribble with one hand at a time. So let's say I got a pass. I got the ball. I keep my pivot foot, move around. Now I can dribble. Now I can only dribble with one hand at a time. Dribble this way, dribble this way, dribble this way, but I can't dribble like this. Or I can't dribbling dribble like this. Because that's double dribble. I can't dribble with two hands. So I can only dribble with one hand at a time. One hand this way, I got my pivot foot, I'm moving around, looking for somebody to pass to. Nobody's open. I dribble. Stop again. Now I can either shoot or I can pass. If I pass it, then I can move again. And then if they pass it back to me, I can dribble again. Once I stop, I either have to shoot it or I have to pass it. Dribble, picked it up, and I dribbled again. You can't do that. You can only dribble one time per time you pass it or shoot it. But if I got the ball and I dribbled, and I shot it and I missed, I kick the ball again and dribble again. When I pass it to my teammate and they pass it back, then I can dribble again. But you can't dribble, pick it up, then dribble again, the same possession that you have. Now another one is called traveling. Let's say I got a pass. I got my pivot foot, moving around. If I drag that pivot foot, that's called a travel. Or if I get a pass and I'm going to dribble to the hoop, I pick the ball right here and take 1, 2, 3 steps and then shoot it, that's a travel. You can only take 2 steps after you pick up the ball, and traveling is not good. So let's explain that again. I get the pass, I'm dribbling over here, I pick up the ball, I take 3 steps. That's a travel. But if I dribble the ball and I stop right when I pick up the ball, then I can use my pivot foot. I'm okay. So traveling is when you take 2 or more steps when you have the ball picked up. So if I'm dribbling like this, and I pick up and do this, that's a travel. But if I'm dribbling and I stop, that's not a travel. Traveling's not good. Now, you can practice this, and this is how you do layups. You can take 2 steps after you pick up the ball. You can't take 3, you can take 2. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a layup. I'm going to pick up the ball as I'm running, take 2 steps, and make a layup, okay? So, I'm over here, my teammate passes me the ball. Got my strong pivot foot. Okay, I dribble to the hoop. I'll take 2 steps, watch me, I'll pick up the ball, take 2 steps. So I'm dribbling, pick up the ball, 1, 2, layup. Now I'll show you a fast motion. So, get the pass, got the ball, dribbling, 1, 2, there we go. So I can take 1, 2 steps after I pick up the ball. But only when you're on the move or shooting a shot. You can't go like this. 1, 2. You can only take the 2 steps if you're shooting a shot. So when I pick up the ball right there and I'm going for a shot, I can take 2 steps. But if I'm dribbling out here, I can't take 2 steps. 2 steps are only given when you're shooting the shot. So if I'm going to shoot a shot right here, I can take 2 steps because I'm going to shoot it. So I go 1, 2, and then shoot it. Just like that. Okay, now, typically, especially in the younger leagues, they will call a foul on the defense. So, let's say I'm dribbling. If you slap somebody's arm when they're dribbling, so let's say I'm dribbling and my arm's the other team, and they slap my arm. Typically, that's a foul based on what the ref says. Or let's say I'm going up for a shot, and somebody comes and hits my arm or hits me in the body, and they run into me, and I'm trying to shoot, or I go to shoot and hit my arm like that, then that's a foul. You can't slap or hit people's arms. So if I'm shooting, I go up for a shot, and someone slaps my arm and the ref calls a foul, I go up to the free throw line up here. Typically, if you're a righty, you're going to put your right leg right in the middle of the line. If you're a lefty, you'll put your left leg in the middle of the line. And there's usually a dot on the line that tells you where the center is. So if I'm a lefty, take a dribble or 2, bend your knees like I was showing you, balance, eye on target, you shoot 2, they call free throws. 2 free throws for every time you get fouled when you're shooting. Now, if I'm on the defensive side and I foul somebody, and the ref calls a foul and another team shooting the free throws, the team on the defensive side stands right here. The team on the offensive side, if it's my teammate shooting, he stands right here. Same thing on the other side. Defensive team, the team that's not shooting the ball, they have 1, 2 right here. They can also stand right here. 1, 2. And the offense stands right here. This is a free throw line. Inside this box, right here, is called the key. You learn about that when you get in older leagues. Right now, it won't really matter, but this is called the key. And then right here is called a 3-point line. Every shot you make in here, inside the 3-point line, is a 2-pointer. Free throws are worth 1 point. And anything out here is worth 3 points. All right, typical warm-up for me that I've adapted to, taught by many coaches and people over the years. The first thing I like to do is to go right up to the hoop when I warm up and shoot 10 layups and get my rhythm in. So I'll shoot something like this. I'll shoot a layup right here, then I'll come over here, shoot a quick layup, right and left-handed here, shoot back and forth. You know, go up and down, maybe go to the hoop, go into this hoop, and I'll warm up like that. I'll shoot about 10 quick shots, get my hands flowing, and then I do what's called form shots. I'll come right here, I'll put both my legs straight to the hoop, get my shoulders square to the hoop, straight to the hoop. I'll go through my balance, my eye, my elbow, my follow through. And I'll put the ball right here on one hand, if you're righty. And I'll just go through my body and shoot. Take a step over, square up, get straight to the hoop. Shoot just like that. Square up, shoot just like that. On the lefty, I'll put it on my left hand. Get square to the hoop, square up, get my elbow right here. I won't even use my other hand because right now I'm working on just my form. These are called form shots. Come here, left hand, go up and down. Bend my legs, come up and down. Bend down, up and down. Come over here, bend down, up and down. I'll make about 10 form shots, and that helps my muscle memory to know when helps my muscle memory remember and teach my body that that's how you shoot. Nice and easy. Shoot it with one arm, right next to the hoop, bend your knees, up, follow through. Shoot it, make about 10 of those. Then I'll take about 10 shots, a little bit farther out. Do little jumpers right here. Kind of jog with me so I get my blood flowing. Do a few little jumps here. Make about 10 of those. Then I'll take another step out, so about right here. Shoot about 10 of those. Picture there being a line about right here. And then on my earlier ones, picture there being a line about right here. So I just shoot around here to get my form and my body back into shooting position. Because a lot of it is muscle memory. A lot of it is teaching your body how to shoot. And then shoot those and continue to back out. You can come up to the free throw line and then all the way back to the 3-point line. Practice some shots out there. And then another shooting exercise would be to get the ball out here. Now, get your pivot foot if you're a righty. Keep your pivot foot moving. If you're a lefty, get this pivot foot moving. So I catch the ball, take a few dribbles, stop about right here, and shoot a jump shot. This will help you to practice on the move. So let's do it in fast motion. And catch it. Boom. 1, 2. Jump shot. Right back. And the other thing I would have you guys practice a number of times is to do right-handed, left-handed layups. So catch the ball once again. Get your pivot foot in. Make sure you're there. If you're a lefty, get your pivot foot in. Come here, but anyways, get your pivot foot in. Dribble to the hoop. 1, 2. Come up here. Come back here. Go right back at you. And do that about 10 to 20 times every time you practice. Out to the top. Come back in, shoot a layup. Out to the top, come back in, make a layup. And then you can do that before or after you do your shooting drills. And yeah, those are some good drills to start off on and work on. One way to practice your form, if you're not outside, sit in a chair a little bit farther out so you have a little bit of space. If you're a lefty, put your hand up like this. Put the ball on top of it. You want to make it like almost like a little statue that's holding something, holding a ball up there. And you'll sit here and you just use one arm and you go up, follow through. See that follow through where I flick my wrist? So you go up, follow through. Try to get the ball to go up straight and come down straight. So I'm coming right there, practicing my shot. Boom. Bending my arm right here. Bend it, up. Bend it up. Now if you're righty, same thing, use it on your right hand. Bend it up. Bend it up. You want to see if you can get it to go straight up. Or if you lay down on the ground, same thing. Hold it with one hand. Try to get it to go right above your head and come back. If you're righty, do it with your right hand. If you're a lefty, do it with your left hand. This helps you get your form. Okay, so we went over layups, layup drills. So a layup is when you start, you go in and you shoot right next to the hoop off the backboard. And make sure when you're shooting layups, you use the backboard. So go up, shoot it off the backboard. Most backboards will have a square right by the hoop, a little square, inside right next to the rim. You want to try to aim to the top right corner if you're shooting on the right side, a layup, or the top left corner if you're shooting on the left side for a layup. So you can do some layups, some form shots where you just hold the ball, shoot nice and close to the hoop, then you can back up a little bit, shoot some shots. Some dribbling shots, those are good. Now I'll show you a few dribbling drills. So remember, you're dribbling with your fingertips. Create a little space between this and the ball. So it's right here. The ball will never touch my hand, it'll only touch my fingers and my fingertips. So if you want to practice dribbling, first of all start. You can start with your head looking down for the first little bit. Switch of hands. Switch hands. Switch hands. Do that for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or a minute. Now, start by looking, you can look down, and then try looking up. So you're dribbling, look up, like you're looking down the court and you're still dribbling. And teach your mind and body to dribble without looking at the ball. So you can dribble it and you're looking over at your teammates on where to pass. Dribble, looking over at your teammates on where to pass. Dribble, looking over at your teammates. Now, so dribble down like that, and then you can do a few things like this. Where you're dribbling and you're gonna pull the ball back, pull the ball forward. Pull the ball back, pull the ball forward. So I'm gonna go back, forward, back, forward. Back, forward. And the same thing. Watch the ball at the beginning, look down, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. And then try to look up. So I'm going back, forward, Back forward, back forward, back forward, back forward. Same thing on the left hand, back forward, back forward. That's another one. Another one you can try. It's called what we call the 888. Give me 1 second. What do we call that? A figure 8. There we go. We call it the figure 8. And you're dribbling, and you go in between your legs. So you dribble right here. In between your legs, switch hands. Come back over this way. Dribble in between your legs, switch hands. Through your legs, switch hands. Then you can go back the other way. Just like that. And you're trying. At first you can look down and then you want to look up. So at first, learn how to do it. Watch it. And then look up, because now I'm going to look at my teammates. I'm going to learn, teach my mind where the ball is. So those are good ones to learn. You can practice like this, back and forth between the legs. And those will really help you get a good feel for the ball. And you can do it low like that, or you can do it a little bit higher where you're standing up. Have your knees bent a little bit, back straight, but have your knees bent a little bit. And then you do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. Back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Now, same thing. Between the legs. Between the legs. Anyways, those are great dribbling exercises for you to do. And it'll help you guys to get the feel for where the ball is when you're out dribbling on the court. You practice all the little things and you get the feel for the ball. And then when you're out on the court, you dribble back this way, back this way. You dribble back if you're going back to the hoop. So all these things you do, forward, back. Let's say you're dribbling up this way, and you dribble back. And everything you are learning is to teach you to do, is to help you to do it better out on the court when you're playing against people. You're dribbling over this way because you've practiced this. So now I can use it when I'm dribbling. Let's say the defender is coming at me, and come back this way. Come back this way. Come back this way. So those are all good things to learn and to do. And those are good drills you can improve your dribbling with. And let me know if you have any other questions.